Everyone is part of a bigger story. It's a bigger story than you can imagine. It's a big story about a really big God. Discover the story that shows you the character of God. Hi there, I'm CJ, and this incredible piece of technology right here is my Bible. It's pretty awesome, right? But whether you take a look at the Bible on your iPod or pick up an old school Bible with actual pages, it's all God's words. And while God gave them to wise people thousands of years ago, He also meant them for us right here and now today. We've got 66 books that make up God's one big story. We're talking history, adventure, poetry, letters written on long road trips, and advice from the wisest man who ever lived. If you're facing a tough choice, this is definitely the place to start, which is why we begin the month in the book of 1 Kings. Here, we meet King David's son, Solomon, who's still just a young guy when he takes the throne. God offers to give Solomon anything he wants. Anything! It sounds like the perfect chance to ask for boatloads of gold or an army that can take out every enemy. But what Solomon chooses instead blows every other wish right out of the water. Time to slide ahead to chapter 12. Solomon may be one of the wisest men to ever live, but his son Rehoboam isn't quite so bright. When Rehoboam takes the throne as king, the people beg him just for a little break from the tough, long hours they have to work. So, Rehoboam asks his dad's wise men for advice. They tell him to go easy on the people, but Rehoboam wants a second opinion and asks his buddies instead. Who does Rehoboam listen to? Let's just say things would have turned out better if he picked friends who spent more time using their brains than running their mouths. Now, let's jump ahead to the book of Proverbs. Let's take a look at verse 12-18. Remember Solomon? Here he's collecting words of wisdom, and he says, "The words of thoughtless people cut like swords, but the tongue of wise people bring healing." Wow, what comes out of your mouth can do more damage than an actual weapon. But the opposite is true too. Put your words to wise use, and you can patch up things in amazing ways. Time to move ahead a few chapters in Proverbs. To chapter 22. Here King Solomon adds another saying that keeps you out of trouble. Wise people see danger and go to a safe place, but childish people keep going and suffer for it. Sometimes wisdom just means keeping your eyes open, paying attention, walking away before a sticky situation goes sour and gets you in trouble. Our last stop takes us all the way to the New Testament, to Luke 2:52. Here we discover that Jesus became wiser and stronger. He also became more and more pleasing to God and to people. When Jesus grows up and starts teaching, he shares things that can help us in every single area of life. Things that take some real strength. Things that take wisdom. And I can't wait to see how it plays out in you and me.